What's going on, YouTube? Got a little project going on over here. Got a few parts here. Fill valve for a toilet. Various accessories came with it. Got a hose adapter here, which hose adapter side, 1/2 inch. Got an adapter right here, which goes to 3/8, so that I can go to my toilet line, and which will connect to the fill valve. Just some various other things. My saw that I use to cut the bucket here, which there's the top half right there. This rope, which I've already obviously cut the bucket, but I took this rope and put it around. I marked a few marks, like 4 marks around the entire bucket, and then I took my rope and tied it around the middle of the bucket, straightened it all up and everything, used my marker over there, drew my line, and used my razor knife to start off a little bit, about 1/3 of the bucket actually, and it went over to my awesome PVC saw and just whacked it the rest of the way. What the heck is there a little piece of wood doing in here? That's one of my leftover DWC holes from the plywood. So I'm using this drill bit here, which is this goofy Bosch tip. It's 1 inch, and it's got this stupid screw end right here. I don't like that, but I lost my other 1 inch and couldn't find any replacements. This was the only one. So like I did with the other deep water culture bed, I'm going to hold this thing steady, and it's already got a center hole anyway, so we're just going to screw right into there, put it right on wood so that I can just drill right through it and hopefully get a nice clean cut. Let's see how good that happens. Alright, well, that was really freaking easy. I didn't even shoot any video of it because it was that easy, and it's pretty straightforward. With the wood piece down here, the one thing I did notice just kind of got in the way. So all I did was turn the drill in reverse and just went in reverse until I made it the screw part through the bucket. And then I just turned it forward and tried to hold pressure up off of the bucket because it is a screw. I'm going into wood. It's a screw tip, that is, you know, right here on the end there. But anyway, I went forward, and as soon as I made it through the bucket, I just hit reverse and just started going in reverse and smoothed out all the edges there on the inside. The hole is a little bit smaller than the gasket that you put underneath here onto the threads, which is really good because it's tapered. So whenever you tighten this thing down right here with that little white locking nut way up top there, what you're actually doing is drawing that gasket right into the hole. So hopefully we've got a nice good seal. Just to add a toilet supply line, I just picked the shortest one that they had, and 3/8 is what it goes down to. So I've got this 3/8 to 1/2 adapter and a 1/2 to hose adapter right there, which goes to a T with shutoffs. So my main hose line that I have been using to fill up the aquaponics and give water to the chickens and stuff, it's going to go right into here, and I'm going to get another hose off of there so I can keep it doing all that stuff. But this will actually be hooked up for the chickens to get automatic water. Grabbed 3 pavers, just arranged them like this. Not sure if that's really going to work in there. But the idea is that it's up off of the ground here, not putting any pressure right here, not a lot of pressure right there on that bend, and it's a braided line anyway, so hopefully that will work. Another thing, I'm going to fish this through the chicken wire, so it'll be up off of the ground a little bit, I hope. So, I don't know. Oh yeah, one more thing, I put this goofy little thing on there, in case you don't know. Whenever your toilet's filling up, the inlet is way down here at the bottom, and okay, the chickens are making noise over there. The inlet's way down here at the bottom, and it just fills that way and lets water in. And as it comes up, the water, you know, this little float here is buoyant, and as the water comes in, it comes up, and that shuts off the valve when it's up. Well, the whole time during this process, there's a little nipple right here on the side, and that's where this hose, normally it's supposed to go right into the overflow in your toilet, which goes back to the bowl. So the whole time this tank is, you know, if this was the back of your toilet, the tank would be filling up. It's putting water into the toilet bowl. That's why if you look at it after you flush, it looks like there's a constant running of water. There is, and it's from this guy. So what I did was I just kind of like turned it around like this, so this would be, that would be against the cage. So the chickens would be all around here. I don't want them messing with this unit. I put this on here just as an experiment. This is the goofy little adapter that they give you to put it onto your fill tube. There you go, you can actually see it a little bit better there. But all it really does is it's just a giant clip. The hose comes right here onto this nipple, and it just kind of squirts out right underneath there. So I don't know if that's going to have any splash out coming out of there or anything, so I might have to change it. But before, what I did do was, if I could do this with one hand, which doesn't look like I can, I'll just take the whole thing off, what I did was I just kind of did one of these things like that. So it's tucked away, and it's in the back. It'll just aid in filling the whole thing faster. I mean, either that, or I gotta figure out a way to plug it or cap that line or something like that. Just don't feel like it. Kind of feeling a little lazy, and figure what the heck, it'll help it fill a little bit faster. So, worst case scenario, it'll end up looking like this. Best case, it'll be mounted right back up here on the side, and hopefully working. If I could figure out a way to mount it onto the actual fill valve itself, I probably would have done that, but couldn't figure out a way to do that. It's really small here, as you can see, not a very big opening. So, but anyway, doesn't matter. Even if I leave it like that, the weight of that plastic should hold that line down in the water, and hopefully we'll be good. And then after I get done with that, I've got a little bit, as you can see, of adjusting room right there on the very bottom to move this whole thing up and down for the float here. Because as you can see, like, that'll be with the water off. That looks about perfect. It goes about halfway up the flow, maybe 2/3 the way up the flow of the water, that is. So hopefully that will make it so it's not leaking out. But as you can see right over here, we got this whole adjusting rod. So I can just start turning that and adjusting it down lower, as you can see here. Well, as you spin this, you know, it'll start going down, which means it'll shut off earlier. But anyway, we need to apply water here to see if this is actually going to work. I'm pretty sure it will, but that's the whole, that's all the components and everything like that. So now all I need to do is find an opening, and by that I mean the chickens are going to rush me as soon as I open that door and try to peck me and all kind of stuff, you know, test me and stuff. But so I need to find an opening where I can get in there and be undisturbed for like 3 minutes and just get this all set up, you know, get these pavers secured down into the ground and start filling this thing up before they knock it over and just start, you know, being chickens. So I don't know, might have to finish this up tomorrow, and I'll have to go in there after dark, or maybe I can actually get this done. We'll see here in a couple seconds, thanks to the magic of editing. Alright, let's see what I did. Alright, so I did do it today. The chickens actually, they're kind of being very curious, but kind of paranoid of me, so that's kind of cool. So I went ahead, put it in, put the pavers up there, ran my line. As you can see, it's sitting up off the ground there, not very far, but it's up off the ground. Right here where the connection is, it actually is going into the ground, so I'm probably going to get something. I mean, even if I get a little sheet of plastic or something, that would be a little bit better than nothing. But maybe I'll make some sort of little stand. It's got a little hole right there in the center, so maybe I can, or maybe I'll just zip tie it right to the cage. I don't know. But so as you can see, there's no water in there. Haven't turned it on yet. Shut off is off, as well as the other one. Got no leaking going on, so that's very good. Let's go ahead and see how this goes. And it's filling, and as you can see, I put the line inside there. That just seems to be the way it's going to go, because I forgot to put it up on the side. So unless I have to adapt it, or adjust it, that is, the whole height here, then I guess it's just going to stay right in the water there. It's kind of dirty water for right now, but we need to dump this thing out a few more times. I just wanted to get it installed, see if it works, and if it'll shut off. So as you can see, everything's working good. I don't see any leaks here. Nothing on here, nothing on that connection. A half inch to half inch right there. The 3/8 to 3/8 right there. Braided line shouldn't be leaking. That line underneath there shouldn't be leaking. But it's running. So the best time to check for leaks is whenever it's done running. So shut off valve. Hey, look at that. Right at the very top. So not too bad. All I need now is the chickens to notice what the heck it is, and they can go get a drink. Maybe if I back up off here a little bit, they'll walk over curious and check it out. But alright, I'm very happy with that. So maybe the height is just a little bit too high for my chickens. It's pretty much at their neck level, but who knows? I guess we'll find out. And the whole reason I'm doing this video is because this goofy little one right over here, it's pretty much a gravity fed. It's got a screw-on cap down here. That's the cap right there. You take it off, put it on there, fill the whole thing up. There's a gasket in the lid there. The gasket got stretched out. I took it out, left it in the sun for a few days, and it pretty much went back to its normal shape. Old plumber's trick there. It went back to its old shape. Put it back on, and it's still leaking a little bit. So it's just enough that whenever I come out, almost every time I come out here, the water is almost all gone out of that thing. So that's why I figured, why not an automatic one? So while I'm at work or doing other things, I don't have to worry about coming out and giving them water. So, all right, well, that's my little chicken water there, little homemade dealie, and go ahead and see if these guys like it. Hopefully they will, and well, hopefully they can at least find it. If they find it, they'll like it. But anyway, nice little invention. I've been thinking about doing the exact same thing for a dog watering bowl too, inside. Oh, and also I wanted to say that I want to eventually make this like a permanent design. Maybe do a little shut off right here, maybe even still use the braided line there above ground, put a little shut off, and then have it go underground, get some good pipe. Just have it run under the ground, go back in towards water source, and just tap right in. That's really all I need to do. Maybe put a shut-off where I tap in, just because I love shut-offs. That way you can, you know, shut them off. Anyway, that's a nice little video about how I made my homemade chicken waterer, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to figure out what to do with that thing. So I'm going to go splash around in there and give them an idea that there's water in it, and hopefully they'll start using it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, all that fun happy media stuff down below, and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. There's also many different ways I want to modify it. I thought about drilling a hole in the side with like maybe a 1.5 or 2 inch pipe. Use a male fitting, go from the inside out, pretty much just for like a bulkhead fitting. Put a gasket on the male fitting, have it come from the inside out, and then use an electrical conduit screw-on piece to screw that thing right on down to the side, kind of like a bulkhead fitting. Then you can put a female right on there, and then just run like a pipe down, and then cut every so often to make it like a little trough, so that this would overflow into the trough, and then whenever they drink out of that, the water level will drop, and then this thing will go ahead and fill it back up for them. I don't know. I might try to go ahead and do that, or I might just make a brand new model with some sort of little trough design, but I think that would be a lot cooler, you know, farm-like and everything. So anyway, that's something I was thinking about, but couldn't figure out exactly how I could get all that stuff done today, just because I'm missing the tool here or there on how I was going to go about it. But anyway, it's a long enough ramble just about a little chicken watering, self-watering dealie here. So I'll catch y'all later. Thanks for watching. See y'all.